evening from the car, and I apologize for having my sunglasses on, but the sun is going like right in my eyes right now. It's magic hour, or golden hour, here at Chad's golf practice. But I wanted to bring you guys another episode of the Psych-Zone because I feel like it's been a little while, and we are inching, and I mean inching closer to the end of this school year. And so I wanted to talk about something that I thought would be a pretty good topic here, specifically to our graduating seniors. So this Psych Zone is dedicated to all of you out there that may be graduating high school or college in the year of 2023 this year. Before I get into the meat of what we're going to talk about, I want to do our subscriber shout out again here at the beginning of the video. So this video's subscriber shout out goes to Madison Kemp. Madison, thank you so much for subscribing to the channel, supporting and believing in us. We truly appreciate it. And for those of you that watch all the videos and subscribe to us, we are so thankful for all of you. And if you want to be mentioned maybe one day in these subscriber shout outs, make sure that you've got it set in your settings to where your subscriptions are public, or else we can't see you. We don't know that you're subscribed. So again, thanks to all of you, and this video especially, thank you, Madison. All right, so tonight I want to talk about a concept that I believe. All right, I think I got the weird thing fixed with the phone. We'll see. So pardon the interruption, but I want to talk about a concept that I think is fundamental to just the very core of who we are as human beings, and that is our identity. We all eventually have a sense of who we are, and we use that to make decisions, to interact with others, and essentially just to navigate the world around us. But what I want to talk to you guys about is what identity is and how we come to understand ourselves through our identity. Identity essentially is a thought, or is thought of as a collection of attributes, characteristics, and beliefs that define who we are as individuals. It's complex, it's multifaceted, it's shaped by a wide variety of factors, some of which culture, one's upbringing, genetics, and our own life experiences. But despite how complex identity can be, it's a very crucial aspect of our lives, and it allows us to understand ourselves as well as others in a meaningful way. I'm going to talk about one of, in my opinion, the most important psychologists that we study and look at, and that's Erik Erikson. For those of you unfamiliar, yes, his name is actually Erik Erikson, but if you've heard the name, if it sounds familiar, it's because he is the psychologist that came up with the profound stages that we all go through in the course of human development. And that would be what is called his psychosocial development stages. And the fifth stage of that development asks the pivotal question of who am I? Okay, figuring out who you are and who you want to showcase yourself to be to the world. And that stage runs basically through your teenage and young adult years, 12 to 18, 19, 20, somewhere around there. Okay, so your formative years, your middle school, your high school, your early college years. Okay, during this stage, adolescents, teenagers begin to search for their identity and question really who they are, what they believe, what they want out of life. Obviously, this is a terrifying but sometimes thrilling and exhilarating quest to go on to figure out just who you are. Trying to figure out where your place is in the world and to make sense of all the changes that are going on in your life, in the way that you think, in your physical body, as well as your emotions and your different social settings and environments. One of the big challenges of this particular stage is trying to figure out and resolve the tension between identity and role confusion. That's the ultimate argument at the heart of Erickson's stage. And this idea is that adolescents who successfully are able to navigate that stage and that question tend to develop a strong sense of self, a strong sense of who they are, of self-identity, and that can serve as the foundation for their future social and emotional growth as they go throughout life. However, the adolescents that struggle with this stage and figuring out just who they are may experience a type of identity confusion, and that can lead to a lack of direction and purpose, lower self-esteem, and cause an inability to form meaningful relationships in your life. So, what can we do? How can we help adolescents navigate this stage for those of us that have been through it? Well, according to Erickson, again, the key to resolving this is simply exploration. You got to figure it out. It's not really something for adults to intervene. Sure, we can offer guidance, and that's we've been there, done that. But adolescents need to explore different roles, what their values are, and what means the most to them, as well as their beliefs, to figure out who they are and what they want out of their life. Parents, teachers, mentors, we can all support the kids, the adolescents, as they're going through this by encouraging them to be more outgoing, to try new things, to try to put themselves in other people's shoes and see things from different perspectives of their own. And then once they've had certain experiences, to reflect on those. What did they learn? What can they take away from that? And then by doing that, we can help them develop a stronger sense of who they are, a stronger sense of self, a stronger sense of identity, and that'll help prepare them for bigger challenges that they may have when they get to adulthood. Now, within figuring out your identity and going through that, it's a very dynamic and evolving concept. Okay, once you kind of have an idea of who you are and how you want the world to see you, that's still not fixed. It's not set in stone, but it's a concept that can change and further develop as we continue to have new and different experiences. We learn more about ourselves as we age, and then the world and how the world changes around us. So identity is not simply something that we can answer this question to in this young adulthood period and then leave it alone, let it be. It's something that requires ongoing reflection and ongoing self-examination, because you might change. The more you experience, the more you see, the more you hear, the more you live your life, it can impact you. It can affect the way that you think and change. And another aspect that I haven't mentioned yet tied to this are social groups and the communities we involve ourselves in. Okay? We often view ourselves as members of the groups that we're a part of, those in groups. Okay, if you're in high school, if you were in theater or chorus or band, JROTC, if you were a member of the football team, the cheerleading squad, that may be how you see yourself, is with that, the characteristics, the experiences that go along with that. Or it could be broader. It could be race, it could be gender, it could be the religion that you identify with, or even your nationality, America, or however you want to look at yourself. These group identities provide us with a sense of belonging, a sense of community, and that's something that we all crave. Because I've said it before and I'll continue to say it, we were not made to do life alone. We were made to have relationships and to form bonds and communities with each other. Okay, the problem and the thing you have to look out with these group identities is that they can create barriers and divisions with other groups. So one of the additional challenges as a result of that is not being influenced by unconscious stereotypes or biases that you may have. Okay, in doing this, we may make assumptions about ourselves and about other people based on just preconceived notions that we have of what it may mean to be a certain member of a group. Okay, the in-group versus out-group bias. Okay, and those biases can lead to prejudice, discrimination, which of course have harmful effects on individuals and our overall society. So how can we overcome that? How can we overcome biases and be more inclusive and understanding of identity? Well, one approach is to engage in honest and open conversations with people that do have different experiences and identities than your own. By listening to and learning from different perspectives of people from diverse backgrounds or just different backgrounds from your own, it helps us broaden our understanding of this concept of identity, and it also helps us to be more empathetic and to form more compassion towards others and society as a whole. Another approach is to embrace the idea that identity is, like I've already mentioned, not fixed. It's not static. Okay? By allowing ourselves to open up to these new things, we can continue to learn and grow and develop a more nuanced and inclusive understanding. In conclusion on this topic, identity is complex and multifaceted. It's central to our understanding of others and ourselves. We've got to continue to engage in ongoing reflection, open dialogue, and be willing to learn and grow. That way we can develop a more inclusive and accepting understanding of identity that celebrates our shared humanity and diversity. I hope that's something you can take with you. Seniors, I hope this is something, whether again, senior in high school, senior in college, class of 2023, I salute you. Coker Culture salutes you, and we wish you the best in whatever you've got coming up. Just remember, if you haven't answered this question yet, that's okay. If you don't know what the next step is, that's also okay. If you do and you've got everything planned, that's awesome. That's fantastic. It could change, okay? For those of you going to college, take that different class. You may not need it for your major. Take anthropology. Take sociology. Take appreciation of film. You follow some passions. Find out what you like. You may learn something about yourself. And if you ever need advice, I'm sure you've got people in your life you can turn to. You've got a friend in Coker Culture. You can reach out to any of us. We'll be more than happy to talk to you. Because, again, I'm going to reiterate this, we weren't made to do life alone. If you enjoyed this video, please hit that like button down below, as it goes a long way to help our channel. And I really enjoy doing these Psych-Zone videos for you guys, so I really hope that y'all do enjoy and like these videos. If you've got any questions or comments, please leave those down below, as we love interacting with y'all. And if you're not subscribed yet, please think about hitting that subscribe button, as we are trying to reach our goal of 500 subscribers by the end of 2023. And we are only about 10 away from 400 right now. So then we can start making the big countdown, the final countdown. Yeah. Okay. I've got to end it on that note, right? Nothing only gets better from here, folks. A lot of y'all probably just unsubscribed. No, I'm just kidding. But thank you from the bottom of our hearts for tuning in. We really appreciate each and every one of you guys. Until next time, what's your why?